From the newsroom at news.com.au.
G'day, I'm Andrew Bucklow, and this is the latest from the newsroom. It's Friday, the 23rd of July. We'll start in New South Wales, where 136 new COVID cases were recorded today. That's the highest daily figure since the latest outbreak began. 53 of those cases were infectious in the community, with Premier Gladys Berejiklian all but confirming the state's lockdown will be extended beyond July 30.
There is no doubt that the numbers are not going in the direction we were hoping they would at this stage. And it's fairly apparent that we won't be close to zero come next Friday. The crisis cabinet meeting of the New South Wales government met this morning from 8 o'clock, where Dr. Chant and her team advised us that the situation that exists now in New South Wales, namely around southwestern and now western Sydney suburbs, is regarded as a national emergency.
Ms Berejiklian has now called on the federal government to prioritise vaccines for people in southwest Sydney. Meanwhile, Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews has said it's essential that the COVID outbreak in Sydney isn't allowed to spread around the rest of the country.
I want to just make this point though, if there is a national emergency, and I'm not doubting that for a moment in Sydney, then it is a national responsibility that Sydney siders are locked into Sydney. We need a ring of steel around Sydney so that this virus is not spreading into other parts of our nation. Let's focus on fixing what's going on in Sydney. Let's focus on not spreading what's going on in Sydney across the rest of our country. We will finish up with the whole country locked down if we don't do this properly.
Victoria recorded 14 new cases today, 3 of which were infectious in the community. In South Australia, there was just 1 new case today. Overseas, and New Zealand has pulled the pin on the travel bubble with Australia for at least 8 weeks. It had already paused the travel bubble with New South Wales, South Australia and Victoria, but that's now been extended to all the other states and territories. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said New Zealanders in Australia now have 7 days to come home while flights are still operating. To sport, an American athlete has been banned from the Olympics Village due to sexual assault allegations. Fencer Alan Hadzik is still under investigation after 3 women accused him of sexual misconduct between 2013 and 2015. The athlete has described the ban as unnecessary. To showbiz news, Netflix rising star Tommy Dorfman has come out as transgender. The 13 Reasons Why actor told Time magazine that she's been living as a woman for almost a year.
You know, some people moved houses during the pandemic, some people changed genders. For many years, I wanted to start transitioning and I just couldn't, and it felt really daunting and really scary to embark on that journey, especially because I'm at the beginning of my career.
And finally, Kanye West launched his new album in the US today with a big listening party at a stadium in Atlanta. Kim Kardashian attended the event despite the fact they're currently in the middle of a divorce. The album, which is called Donda, features Jay-Z, Travis Scott and Pusha T. If you want news.com.au with fewer ads and member awards, get news.com.au premium today at news.com.au/premium membership. That's it from the newsroom. I'll be back over the weekend with another update.
Your headlines from news.com.au.